Hello, wonderful, wonderful human beings. Today's topic is about mindset for multipassionates. This is a workshop that I've been planning for a really long time, and I have been literally limiting myself from doing this because I was like, oh my gosh, you're not gonna be good enough, you're not gonna do a really good job at it, why even bothering? You have all these thought processes that jump in and tell you that you shouldn't be doing this, and so I didn't do it for a really long time. But you know what, I was like, screw this, I'm gonna do it. So here I am talking about mindset for multi-passionate people. For whoever's joining me live, let me know where you're coming in from, where you're tuning in from, and what time it is there. And for whoever's watching the replay, my heart goes out to you. Let me know that you're watching the replay so that I keep creating more content for you. Guys, amazing. Let's do this. Alright, let's jump into mindset. What does mindset even mean? Now, mindset is a thought process or thought pattern or a way of thinking or multiple ways of thinking that you have developed over the years. Now, these thought processes and thought patterns can be told to you. It is something that you are influenced by from a really young age, because here's what I think. When we are kids, we are told that, or we are basically like this sponge, right? We absorb a lot of things around us because that's how we build our thought patterns. That's how we recognize how to react to different situations and respond to different situations. So as kids, we genuinely absorb everything around us and make that into our mindset, that this is what we're supposed to do when something like this happens, this is what we're supposed to do when something like this happens. It can be, hey, you need to keep quiet when your parents are having a meeting, or you need to behave a certain way for parents to love you, you have to behave a certain way for friends to accept you in their friend circle. We have multiple thought patterns which basically helps us adapt and helps us survive, and it has done so for a really long time. But no one ever said that these thought patterns or these thought processes actually serve us or not. They probably served us back then as kids, as teenagers, helped us be in the popular gang and ensure that we were not outcasted or bullied or all of these different things that we are so afraid of when we are young. They helped us survive for a really long time. But the question that comes up for us is, do they actually help us survive right now? And for anyone who's watching this, let me know what's resonating with you in the comments, just so that I know that we vibing. But yeah, we have multiple thought processes, thought patterns that we are basically learning. We are adapting to different scenarios. We learn from the social media, we learn from different kinds of media, televisions, radios, podcasts, books. There are so many things that we learn from, and we make that a part of our personality. And so that becomes our mindset. So why do we need to change it? And the reason why you need to actually shift your mindset comes from, is your current mindset serving you? If it's not serving you, okay, we need to change it. If it is serving you, you don't need to change it. If it is serving you, you need to strengthen it, which we will be talking about later in this wonderful workshop. We're going to talk about how you can strengthen your mindset. You can basically ensure that you amp yourself up, you strengthen your defenses and protect your mind palace. Sounds really exciting. Let's go. I wanted to talk a bit before that about who multi-passionate people are. Multi-passionate people, I honestly had such a negative kind of link to who multi-passionate people are, because for a really long time I thought they were bad, because that's what I was told. Madhurima, you're trying too many different things. Madhurima, you're trying to be too creative, it doesn't make sense. Madhurima, you're not capable of doing this. Madhurima, you can't do this. Madhurima this, Madhurima that, Madhurima. I mean, I love hearing my own name, but not that much, okay? Like, don't tell me what I'm supposed to do. But still, because I was told so many different times that, hey, you can't do this, you shouldn't, I started to adopt a thought process or a mindset of becoming a people pleaser almost, where I was like, I was waiting for people to tell me, I was waiting for people to give me permission, I was waiting for people to tell me, you can do this, you can't do this. And so there was no autonomy, there was no authority, there was no ownership, or there was no me taking responsibility for my own shit. It was the reality. I wasn't taking responsibility because I was like, well, they are telling me what I'm supposed to do, so let me just blame it on them. But as I grew up, I realized, you know what? This doesn't make sense. Why should they tell me what I should be doing? Why should they tell me what I am worthy enough of or capable enough of, or I should be doing this or I should be doing that? I need to decide that. I get to decide that this is my life, right? If I want to spend 2 hours petting my dogs, I'm gonna do that. I don't care what the people think. I don't care if I'm not making every second count. This is going off on a tangent, but I love my dogs. I really do. But basically, for a really long time, I had this very negative or derogative thought pattern attached to multi-passionate people. Before I watched this TED talk, I forget the name of the lady who did the TED talk, but she spoke about how being multi-passionate is a gift. It's a beautiful, beautiful blessing, and that genuinely changed my perspective, and I started to see things from a different perspective and realize that I was a multi-passionate. I don't like to be tied down. I don't like to be put into boxes and be like, Madhurima, stay in this box because this is all that you can ever do. I'm like, no, I'm meant to do so many things. I'm meant to do so much more. Yeah, that's the reason why I decided to kind of work on my mindset. That is the reason why I decided to be like, you know what, I am going to figure out what I'm supposed to do, and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take ownership for it. And as I went on this journey, here's the thing: a lot of people think that mindset shifts can happen instantly. It can be like snap and I am done, I have shifted my mindset. But you need to realize that this particular mindset has been a part of you for a really, really, really long time, right? It has been a part of you for so long because it has been a part of those formative years. And suddenly when you are like, you know what, I need to change my mindset, it is not going to happen instantly. You are going to have a lot of limiting beliefs that come up, limiting beliefs that almost make you want to stop and go back to the past self, go back to square one, because it feels safe, right? Like there are times when your limiting beliefs, your ego shows up as this I like to call it the ego trap, where your ego is basically stopping you from getting out of your comfort zone, from stretching, because it's like, that is the unknown. How do you even know that is safe? Be here, be here. It might hurt, the discomfort might hurt, but be here. It's better to be here than to be in the unknown. And a lot of times we actually step back because we don't have the resolve, we don't know how to strengthen our mindset, we don't know how to protect our mind palace. So yeah, we're gonna talk about that. This is going so good. For anyone out there, Kat, I think you're probably watching. Let me know what is resonating with you, if you have heard any of these things before in your life about, you can't do this, this is not something that you are capable enough of doing, you're not enough, you're not worthy. If you have ever heard a limiting belief like this, drop it in the comments. Drop some of the limiting beliefs that you have heard that still stuck around to this date. As I wait for Kat's answer, I just wanted to say this. These limiting beliefs, a lot of times people think that being a people pleaser is a huge limiting belief, but it comes from oh yeah, the discomfort might hurt. That's a wonderful line. Thank you, Kat. But basically all these big things, the imposter syndrome, the people pleasing attitude, the being in a space where you allow others to take decisions for you, giving away your power, actually comes from multiple limiting beliefs or core beliefs of not being enough. I need to prove my worth, I need to do this, I need to do that, I'm not good enough, this is going to take too much time, I don't know how to manage my time, I can't do this. And I want to give a quick example, right? With mindset work, oftentimes, again, as I was saying, people think that you do it once and it's done. It's not. You need to practice it on the daily. Because I remember I thought that I had figured out my mindset, I thought that I had shifted it, but I remember joining this wonderful challenge almost to kind of take a better grip or have a better grip on my health. And I recognized that every time before I started doing an exercise, I was like, oh well, I can't do it, I don't think I can do that, oh my gosh, I know I can't do that. every single time I used to be like, I can't do it, I can't do it, I can't do it. And so I recognized that, hold on a second, why am I saying I can't do it even before I've tried it? And I recognize that that is one of the most or the biggest limiting belief that I have, is I can't do it, right? It has become a mindset by this point of time. And a lot of times these I can't do it's come from really old origin stories of, you can't get that medical seat, Madhurima, oh my gosh, the competition is so high, or you can't do this, Madhurima, you can't do this, Madhurima. I have heard it so long and for such a really long time that it has ingrained in my soul. Even now as I'm doing this webinar, I'm like, oh my gosh, you're doing such a bad job at it. People can do so much better. Like, there are people out there who can do such a better job at it. You just need to close this and run away and hide your face and never come back. But I'm gonna push through, because I feel like sometimes being stubborn is the biggest way to kind of work on your mindset, because your limiting beliefs can be too strong, they can be too powerful, and sometimes you just need to be stubborn, and sometimes you just need to be like, even if it's a crappy life, I'm gonna do it. What are they gonna do? They're not gonna watch it, great, but at least I did it. I stuck to my commitment and I showed up, and I'm going out there and I'm doing the work. So here I am, being stubborn and being in there and doing the work, which a lot of times actually works. The next thing I want to talk about is, yes, always push through. Thank you, cat. The next thing I want to talk about is, how does this actually affect us? How does being in this space, or how does being in your old mindset actually affect us? And a lot of times with multi-passionate people, it's like, well, you need to stick inside the box, you need to stay inside the box. You step outside the box, it's gonna hurt. You jump out, it's gonna hurt. You take a peek outside the box, it's gonna hurt. You do anything, it's going to hurt. So it prevents us from not living our life completely. It prevents us from being tied down too much. And I'm not a fan of being tied down to a lot of different things. I like to go out there and I like to try different things. If I fail, I fail. What's the worst that can happen, right? Like, I am gonna give it my all, and I'm gonna leave the rest of it to fate, which is a huge mindset shift that I developed. Was like, can I control it? If I can't control it, it's not in my control, I'm gonna step back. I'm gonna let the thing that can control it, fate, other people, decide that. I'm gonna do my best, and I'm gonna show up, and I'm gonna do things on my own. So a lot of times, being in a space where you still stick to your old mindset, thought patterns and beliefs, you will be pushed into not doing a lot of different things, not living your own life. You have that YOLO vibe, you have the you only live once. Well, a lot of times we don't do things like that. A lot of times we are scared, we are pushed into a corner of, you can't do this. I know I'm saying you can't do this a lot, because that is one of my biggest limiting beliefs, but you might have multiple limiting beliefs that prevent you from going out there and doing the work. And I'm just letting you guys know that it's okay to be in that space. It's okay to actually figure out that this is something that exists for me, right? And it has existed because it has served me in the past. But right now I am in a space where I can move forward, I can change. And the really wonderful way I want to do this, right, Kat says that you don't do this is one of her biggest limiting beliefs as well. You can't do this. I get it. A lot of times we hold our own selves back, and I'm here to be like, you know what, even if I can't, I'm gonna be stubborn. I'm gonna be the crazy psycho person who pushes through, and I want to inspire you guys and motivate you guys to push through as well. Talking about being in that old limiting beliefs, a lot of times we just get stuck. And here's one really wonderful exercise that I do, that I want you guys to do it wherever you are. If you can do it now, if not, you can simply do this after the live ends. Is what I do is I take a piece of paper and I write down whatever limiting belief shows up for me. So every time I'm like, Madhurima, you can't do this, I simply write, you can't do this, on a piece of paper. And as I write it, I give all my gratitude to this old limiting belief, to this old thought patterns and mindsets that has served me for so long and helped me reach a point where I can now change my mindset, where I can now shift my mindset in a very safe and secure space, where I can be like, you served me in the past, I appreciate you. You helped me survive. You helped me adapt. You helped me be a part of the global, wonderful gangs and all of these things. You helped me a lot in the past, but you are not serving me right now. So I want to create space and be able to do that right now. I want to be able to adopt a healthier mindset. And so what I do is I simply take a piece of paper. I write down, you can't do this, limiting belief. And after doing that, I simply burn it. I know this sounds crazy, and I know I sound a bit of an arsonist. I love fire too much. I hear you guys. But here's the thing, when you do that, you are actually allowing the gratitude to seep into the paper, and then letting go of an old thought pattern or an old reminder that is, sorry, just a reminder from Adele. Thank you so much, Adele. An old thought pattern or an old mindset that's no longer serving you, you allow it to go out. You allow a lot of space to be cleared out inside of you, right? It's a symbol of clearing out space internally so that you can open up space for the new stuff. I love the gang who's present here. Yo, thank you so much for supporting me, you guys, and being a part of me being stubborn, even though my mind is like, Madhurima, you're doing such a bad job at this. I'm like, shh, I'm doing it. But yeah, do this exercise, and I swear to God, it's such a great space opens up for you inside. And once that space opens up, I want you to just be, right? Take a few deep breaths and just go. And once you're here, once you see that space that's opened up, in that space, I want you to imagine where you want to see yourself. One of the activities that I gave the people who are a part of my Instagram community is like, hey, I want you to imagine the kind of life you want to see for yourself at the end of 2022. I want you guys to imagine where you want to be in this beautiful world. What are the achievements that you want to have? Just name one achievement, right? And if you guys want, oh my gosh, we can do this right now, there's no limitations, we are gonna do it. Wherever you are, I want you to place a hand on your chest if you're comfortable, and take a few deep breaths with me, and just imagine this, right? Imagine that where you're sitting, I want you to plant your feet on the ground, press your toes into the ground, and just breathe. And as you do that, breathe in slowly and breathe out slower. As you do that, I want you to imagine these beautiful wings sprout out from your back, and just push through and just envelop the entire room with how big they are, how wonderful they are. These big glorious wings. I imagine mine to be purple and with glitter and stuff, but you can imagine it to be whatever you want it to be. And as you do that, once you feel your wings envelop the room, give it a shake, and then imagine yourself slowly unfurling opening your wings and shooting up into the sky. As you're in the sky right now, I want you to fly forward into a future, maybe let's say end of 2022. You see time pass by as you move through the clouds, and you see 2022 and December 31st, let's say. I want you to land down slowly, allowing your wings to slowly flap and come down as you land on the ground, and in a life that you want to be in a life where you feel like, here I am. Breathe in. Simply notice what's happening around you. Where are you? Where are you standing? What does your world look like? What are you doing? Are you speaking on a big stage? Are you simply in front of a wonderful, wonderful house that you've always wanted to live in? Are you being a part of a community, having lunch or dinner somewhere with them? Wherever you are, I want you to just be in that space. Just be. Be that person right now. Soak it in. And then once you feel comfortable, I want you to pull back up and go into the sky again. Unfurl your wings and fly and go into the sky again. And then come back to where you are right now. Fly back to the past. Fly back to 11th November, 8:30, 8:40ish PM IST or wherever you are. And as you do, settle in. Sit back down wherever you are. Just breathe out. Slowly open your eyes. And welcome back. How did that feel for you guys? How did that exercise feel? I always get so many goosebumps every time I visualize this exercise. You can leave your wings out in the open, or you can feel it going back into your body, but be in this space. That's how you embody your future. That's how you embody a place where you want to be in. Right? How did that feel? How did that feel, you guys? Oh my gosh, it felt so wonderful. Yeah, amazing. Cats is amazing. Woohoo! I honestly have so much fun every time I visualize. Adele says it was awesome. Thank you so much, you guys, for participating. Now, when you were in the space, let me know in the comments if you felt any of the limiting beliefs show up for you. When you were in the space visualizing your future, did you feel anything kind of hold you back? Anything being like, oh, you can't have that, you can't do this, you can't do that? Let me know. Because for me, it didn't feel like that. For me, I was completely there. I knew that that was my right. I knew that I deserved it. But how did it feel for you guys? I'm gonna wait as I pat my dog. Pet my dog. Right, cats says it weren't there. They weren't there. When you are in the space, Adele, I'm gonna. Oh my gosh, my dog is like, I want to talk to you right now. That was a wonderful visualization you did. Adele, what did you feel? Did you feel like your limiting belief showed up for you? Again, please excuse my dog. She's very vocal today. Oh, hold on. Let me just let my dog out. Anyways, while I wait for Adele to jump in, a lot of times when we are visualizing and embodying a future, our limiting beliefs don't show up because we believe in how much we deserve to have something like that. What we want to do starting this moment is constantly be in that zone, right? Adele says no, all positive thoughts and emotions. There we go. When we are embodying our future, when we are in that space, when we are visualizing things, a lot of times our negative emotions don't show up. Our negative thought patterns, our negative mindset, our previous mindset doesn't show up. If it does, if it ever does, if you're visualizing this and if it ever shows up for you guys, here's what I want you to do. I want you to notice it. I want you to give gratitude to it for showing up. And once the session is done, once you're back in the place where you are, burn the paper. I'm telling you, it's wonderful, the wonders it does. But this gives you an idea as to where it hurts. You know, what is hurting you. When you're visualizing your future, what is hurting you. Once you recognize that, you know that's where you want to focus on. That's where you have to keep showing up. That's where you have to have conversations. A really wonderful way to work on your mindset is to have conversations, right? But I'm skipping ahead. So here's what we're going to do. Once you have released that space and once you have visualized where you want to be, embody that, be in that space, and then start having conversations with yourself, right? This is so amazing. A lot of times people think if you go in front of the mirror and if you speak positive affirmations, that's all the work that you need to do, but it's not. It actually helps you be in a positive space and act from a positive space, but you need to act, right? Thoughts are powerful. This is where everything happens. Thought is what created reality. right? A person probably thought, you know what, maybe if I turn the stone and kind of carve it so that it turns into a circular way, maybe it will be easier for me to push things around. It started here, then it became the reality. Someone probably dropped their food in fire and then suddenly it tasted better. Someone decided to taste it, someone thought of tasting it because it smelled wonderful. It needs to happen here. And that is why positive affirmations and all the different things work, right? But if someone just thought about, you know what, maybe if I carve the stone into a circular shape, it will be wonderful, it will help me push things around, and if they just left it at that, things wouldn't have changed. You have to act on it, you have to show up, you have to act on the things, which is why positive affirmations are amazing. I listen to them every day. It helps me feel powerful, it helps me get into the zone. But after you do that, you need to start acting on it. That is how you reprogram your mind, that is how you allow the old to be shifted into a new space, right? The burning helps, the visualization helps, but you need to act on it. And here's how we're gonna do it. Once you have a healthier mindset, if you earlier were thinking you can't do this, and if you shift it to I can do it, I am amazing as hell, and I am dope, and I'm powerful, and I deserve everything, and I can do this. Once you are in that zone, once you have adopted a healthier mindset that is going to serve you, and you have reflected on it, you have been like, can I actually do it? If I think, hey, I can do this, is it actually going to serve me? If it is serving you, you have now adopted a healthier mindset, and this is the space when, or this is the time when you actually build up your mind palace and power it up, right? You supercharge it and you power it up. And you do that by taking small steps. A lot of people think, I'm going to take the biggest leap of faith and everything's going to work out. A lot of times it probably won't, because your limiting beliefs are really, really powerful, right? They have existed for so long. You are going to have a lot of things that show up for you, which is why the life that you visualized at the end of 2022, think back to it and ask yourself, what is the first step? What is the tiniest step that I can take right now to be in that lifestyle, right? For example, if I thought about being on a stage and speaking to multiple thousands of people, or speaking to thousands of people via the internet, my first step would be to actually go out there and start talking, right? I can't randomly show up and talk to thousands of people. I need to learn how to do it. I need to be in a space where I can get comfortable enough to talk in front of people. I was sharing this earlier. Kat was there from the very beginning, and I was telling her I didn't want to do this. I felt that, oh my gosh, Madhurima, you're doing such a bad job, that I wanted to stop recording and I wanted to leave this for another day. But I was like, I'm gonna push through. Being stubborn and taking the tiniest step. This is just a live. Nothing's going to happen from it. I can delete this if it doesn't look well, right? But I'm not going to, because I know this is dope content. But you need to start practicing. You need to start taking the smallest step. If I want to speak in front of thousands of people, I need to actually have the guts to open my phone and speak in front of the camera. Record a small thing for myself. Even if I'm not posting it out there in the world, I need to have that guts. After that, I need to start building it up, right? If I can do a story without me shivering, then I need to start making I don't know, I need to start making reels, I need to start making shorts, then I need to start going live, I need to start making longer videos, YouTube videos maybe. I need to increase the time limit. I need to test myself. That is how I reprogram myself. That is how, if I wake up in the morning, I'm like, I can speak in front of thousands of people. That is an amazing mindset to have. But what is the proof that I'm giving myself? And this is work that I have to do. No one else is going to do this for me. That is the reality. You guys who are here right now, I'm gonna let you in on the truth. It's a bitter pill to swallow, but no one else is going to help you reprogram your mindset. You have to do it for yourself. People can support you, people can help you. That is a different story. People can hold you accountable, people can support you, people can talk to you about, hey, what is it that I can do to support you right now? What is something that I can do to hold space for you? How can I love you? How can I care for you right now as you move forward and shift your mindset and go into a new lifestyle, adopt a new lifestyle? People can do that, but the work that you have to do is the work that you have to do. No one else can do it for you, right? So Once you start doing this, you reprogram your mind, you start reprogramming, and you start telling yourself, hey, I can speak in front of, I can record story very quickly, and it's easy for me. That's when you move, right? Adele says practice is part of the action process. You have to practice it slowly but surely. Eventually you'll find yourself not having any nervousness talking to thousands of people on screen or in live on the stage, right? You won't have any issues with that, but you need to start somewhere. The mindset needs to be reprogrammed and put into the place where you want to be in, and you need to start acting on it, right? Here's the deal. I feel like we are towards the end of this session, this wonderful workshop, but I wanted to let you in on this wonderful secret. Sometimes our limiting beliefs, I want you to think of it as like spies, right? Spies that step into your mind palace and tell you that, shh, the ruler's bad, she doesn't know anything, she's stupid, you shouldn't be doing this. The spies, the limiting beliefs, prevent us from going out there and doing the work. And these limiting beliefs are limiting beliefs that people have told us for so long that it becomes a part of our thought process. It becomes a part of us telling ourselves that. So I need you to sit down and recognize who is actually telling you this. Who is telling you, or who are these people? Is it even your inner self, your old self, that's telling you all these limiting beliefs of you can't do it? Give it some love. Don't ignore it. Please don't ignore it. A lot of times people have this tendency of ignoring their limiting beliefs or old mindset shifts, which makes it easier for you to slip back into your previous mindset. Be with it. Have a conversation with yourself. Have a talk about, hey, what can we do to ensure that this new mindset that we are embodying, how can we step into that? How can we protect our mind palace? The answer lies within you. I'm here to talk to you, I'm here to support you, I'm here to guide you through the process, but again, the work needs to be done by you. How do you feel about that? Let me know in the comments. How do you feel about being the sailor of your own ship? People can tell you hundreds of things, and a lot of times, oh God, this is a wonderful analogy. A lot of times, people or pirates, I'm gonna re-say that, hold on. Imagine that you're on a ship which has the most amazing goodies, amazing stuff in there. You are basically carrying jewelry and wonderful things inside your ship. Imagine whatever you want to have. I imagine books, but imagine you have a ship filled with books, right? And then there are pirate ships that come on and that tell you that, hey, psst, I'm gonna take your books, I'm gonna jump on your ship, I'm gonna break your ship, and I'm gonna take your books. Will you let that happen? If you're the sailor of the ship, you probably won't. You wouldn't be like, they're my books, why the hell will I like to take it? You're gonna fight for it, right? That is what happens. Sometimes when you're working on your mindset, you will see a lot of different people share their advice once again. They will be like, Madhurima, you can't do this. Madhurima, you're not supposed to do this. Madhurima, focus on one thing. Madhurima, do this. Blah, blah, blah. So many times you will hear so many people share their opinion when you didn't ask for it, right? And if you let that opinion affect you, that is a sign for you to work harder on your mindset, to strengthen your defenses, right? Because they don't have a right to tell you what you should be doing unless you ask for it. Unless you ask for support, they don't have a right to tell you what you should be doing. And you shouldn't let them have the power to change how or what you believe in. You are the sailor of the ship. Master it. You know where you need to go. They don't. No one in this entire world can ever step into your shoes. You need to realize that. People might have similar experiences. People might have had understanding of different situations. If I burn out and if you guys burn out there, it's going to be completely different. We might have had similar experiences, but I never stepped into your shoes and you never stepped into mine. I don't have a right to tell you what you're supposed to do. Only you can choose how you want to react and respond to a particular situation. Only you can choose how to react to pirates who show up and share their opinions with you, who want to steal your books or jewelry or whatever you have on your cargo or on your ship, right? You're the sailor of your ship, be your own captain. I love that, Adele. I love that you guys are resonating with this. You need to be your own captain. You need to decide the course. You need to decide if you're going to fight, if you're going to move away, if you're going to let them affect you or not, right? That is all there is to it. And you need to practice this on the daily. No matter how many times you feel like you have mastered a new mindset, if you feel that you're stumbling when someone shares their opinions with you, someone shares or reaffirms the old limiting belief, if you stumble, you need to work on yourself again. You need to put in the work. It's yours to do, right? Let me know what is something that you guys resonated the most with in the comments. I'm gonna drink a sip of water. As I wait for whoever's watching this live or replay, I wanted to let you guys in on a wonderful thing that I'm doing. It's a 4-week container that I'm creating of helping you manage your stress or your burnout, and it can be working on your mindset, it can be working on something that's affecting you right now, right in this moment, and you need support with it. I have lots of yeah, if you're struggling with it, I have a wonderful creator that I am creating right now, container that I'm creating right now, which is a 4-weeker charged at $500, and I will be there to support you through everything that's going on with you right now, stress related. Let me know if you're interested to join. Send me a DM and we will have a conversation, we will have a chat, and we'll see if we are a good fit to work with each other. Kat says, I love the visualization. Do you recommend doing something like this regularly? It's your choice. Again, there are times when I have done this visualization 2 to 3 times a day, and then there are times when I haven't done it at all. So it depends on you. If you feel like there is a need for you to visualize, do it. If not, that's great as well. There's no harm in it. Any other questions? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you guys. I want to invite you guys so that I can do a live coaching session, but every time I do that on Instagram live, my live just glitches and it just becomes useless. So if you have any questions, drop them here. Your mindset is key to overcome your limiting beliefs. To create your thoughts must be put into action. Yeah, love it, Adele. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna yell at my dogs. Love it. Thank you so much, you guys. Once again, if you are interested in being a part of the 4-week container, let me know. I'm here to support you any way possible. If it is through stress or if it is through mindset, I'm here to support you. I hope you enjoyed being in this wonderful session with me. I hope that you enjoyed and loved and took away a lot of different things. Let me know if you want me to do something like this again. I'll probably do it again. I love doing this. So yeah, let me know if you guys want me to do this again. And I am so hyped. Thank you so much, Kat, Adele, Paul, Arkai. There were so many people who joined this wonderful session. Thank you so much for showing up and supporting me on this journey and being a part of my stubbornness. Thank you. Bye.